What's up, guys? This is Russell with As Far As I Can Tell, and today I have for you a public apology. So, I met a young woman the other night who I spoke about on the podcast yesterday. If you were there, we had a great time laughing for several hours, and perhaps I jumped to a conclusion. So, I thought that she was begging for a pegging, banking for a spanking, etc., etc., etc. And after speaking with her, it appears that she had watched the stream and either I was mistaken or she was disappointed in the way that I handled the situation. She didn't say that she didn't desire sex, but she did tell me that I was trying to hang out with y'all and jam, thought I had made some cool acquaintances, and you had to view the situation as grossly sexual. Do better, followed by a puke emoji. So I just want to make the time to make it clear that I may very well have misinterpreted what was going on. Perhaps she didn't want to fuck me or Phil or both of us. She viewed the stream and felt that I was portraying and viewing women as simply a passage for sexual desires. It was not my intention to demean her or portray her as anything other than a wonderful, beautiful human being with a beautiful voice and a desirable body, and quite possibly a sincere desire to bone one or both of us. Now, I know you guys are going to be tempted to see this as Russell pissed off an SJW, and I honestly, I really don't think that that's the way it is. She took the time to contact me and tell me how revolting she thought my portrayal of her was, and I appreciate that. I like when people call me on my bullshit. We should all speak our truth, speak truth to power to one another. Now, whether she wanted to bang me or Phil or both of us or not, I spoke about her without knowing her true intentions and desires, and then I encouraged the chat to go on for 2.5 hours talking about rhythmic interpretations of sexual desire. Don't worry, guys, this will still be made into a song, but it's not going to be about her. I take full responsibility for any unfavorable characterization that I made of her or women in general. I think most of my viewers know that while I may be an overly opinionated, arrogant reality analyst, I am not a womanizer. And I just thought she wanted to fuck me, and I made a mistake by mentioning that on the stream and letting it turn into a running joke. To be clear, this running joke brought much joy to a ton of people in the chat and likely those who viewed it afterwards. But it did hurt her feelings, and I did jump to a conclusion, so I take full responsibility there. I did write this down because I don't want to shoot an apology from the hip. I had to really think about what I meant to say and what I was sorry for, if anything. And so I'm speaking from the heart when I say literally to her and any woman who I offended or demeaned in the act of doing this, that I offer you my true and sincere apology. We as humans have such a hard time, no pun intended, with understanding when somebody wants to just hang out, or if they want to maybe just tie us up and blow us, or maybe they just want to cuddle a little bit. It's really hard to tell. I'm not trying to make any excuses for my behavior. You guys know me. I'm a fucking heathen. That being said, I just wanted to provide a little context. Once again, my bad. I'm not trying to call anybody a hoe or insinuate that she was down to copulate, if that's not the case. I just made an assumption and ended up hurting someone's feelings, and I thought I owed it to my audience as well as her to apologize for jumping to conclusions. I was either mistaken or I shouldn't have spoke about it on the interweb, and it's my bad. I'm not being facetious, and just because I used a rhyme, it doesn't mean I'm trying to trivialize this. I hope that this encourages my audience to view people more as people and not as potential lays. Interaction between the sexes, especially when it comes to sex, is a very tricky and confusing thing. And while this likely won't be the last time that I get confused about it, I'll certainly make a better effort in the future to clear these things up before starting to speak on them. I love you guys, and remember, always wear your Jimmy hat. That's my 2 cents. you can spend it how you want.